necessarily want to stream this game originally. Then I realized what a powerhouse of a freaking game it is. Uh, if you're just joining, which you are, because this is the first video and I didn't start from the very beginning, we found out who the Hiss guards are, that they may have some kind of supernatural powers, who the previous director was, and I'll get into that. The service weapon that we're using, a bunch of nonsense here. This is not really anything of importance. And this clip that shows this little cube that turns into this gun that we're using, and turns out that the director is chosen by the gun, and I think she's having some kind of weird flashbacks. It's kind of like breaking the fourth wall a little bit too. This gun, extremely powerful. Well, that doesn't do much of anything. We're trying to figure out what this bureau is. I really don't know the story behind it. I was super excited for this game and postponed playing it for a long time. But really love it, and the destructive physics of it. So good. I love just any game where you can just destroy anything. You know, like that. I can't boost that wall, but I can sure shoot stuff. I love that. So let's discover a little more. See what we can find. If there's anything. Hello? Anybody in the bathroom? No? Didn't think so. What was this?
Reminder. If you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object or objects of power in the vicinity. Then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions.
But if I'm on the roof...
Thank you for your attention.
But how can I reach the nearest intercom if I'm on the roof?
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated
damn.
shift, follow these simple steps.
Also, this picture
1.
changed magically.
For any altered items or objects of power.
That was a very loud explosion.
2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest.
There's a thing. It is basically a reference to both Wizard of Oz and Shawshank Redemption, in that there's a hole behind the painting. That's more Shawshank Redemption. So, anytime you see me just destroying paintings, I am looking for a secret, because I know that games just don't say that. There may only be one thing in the entire game that's behind a painting, but damn, I will find it. I will be damned if I don't. Oh, what's that? Oh, great. Thanks. I don't have a clearance bubble. Lord. Can't stop me. I have the powers of magician. I don't even think she works here. That's the weird thing. I think she's just investigating. I don't approve of that. I don't approve of any of this. And what is that screaming? Listen. Oops. Guess I wasn't shooting you. It's like a creature is inside the dead body. I really hope these haven't been around. Just all of... Yep, they have. Resilient one. This game reminds me just the kind of spooky, kind of weird, unknown environment aesthetic of it reminds me of Oh, great, thanks. Of, health boost. Health boost. Sure. Why not? I'll put that on. Prey, which I never finished. I watched Markiplier play it, but I never finished it myself. Oh. That for some reason. Dinner reservations at 7 p.m. at Chez Ombre. Oh my god! Hold on! It is wife. Wife will meet you there. Don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at Flabby reception. Remember, she's turning 46. Well, if you can't remember your wife's birthday, that is your fucking fault. You're an awful husband. Ow. Oh, wait. Okay, so we know where we're not going. We're going in here. Ah, let me in! What? Hello? Oh! You can't just do that. Stop it! For Marshall eyes only. Marshall, we checked out the suspected AWE in Deleth. Wasn't anything. Just like the house fire before this. And the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real things, or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch. Next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keanu Reeves. Ash Ketchum. That's what I should have said. Oh, smart system. Just crush my body in there. Ah! I just don't get any of you sitting here. I missed one, didn't I? Thought I did. Just don't like that. It's creepy. That too.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That battle's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
She came from across the sea. Urban legends. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. AWE, we now know what that means. That's great. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetype. We recognize certain informed by our own and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can be artificially in popular culture using our Bureau-made anthology television program. Why? Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exasperates the details. Certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popular folklore. AWEs that only occur on a pair of scissors that consume human flesh through 2 punctures on the neck, I'm gonna guess. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranatural realities waiting to happen, refer, whatever. That has to be a reference to Dracula, because it would be a pair of scissors or blood. It's a reference to Dracula. I'm smart enough to recognize that. Because I love Dracula, but not that hard to figure out. Quit existing. Visitor evaluations. How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control, established in 1964 as part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York or just visiting? How did you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and that they need to leave. If their answers seem dangerous, escort them to a private room. There, perform the gunner's psychological assessment. If their responses are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet, then kill them immediately. Remember, there's no such thing as too suspicious. I think there is. You make it seem that way. Oh, my eyes. Hello? Lady, give me answers. Why am I here? Actually, you can't answer that. Love the music. Just slows down when you're not in tension, speeds up when you're in a fight. Love it. New enemy. Hello. Goodbye. Son of a bitch. Open weapon mods? Sure! Exclusive to... What? Sure. Oh. It's not this weapon.
That's the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
Well, she did a little Irish jig there. How did you know to do that? Okay. I mean, I would have touched the pyramid. That would have just been my idea. I wouldn't have punched the ground. But that's fine.
Holy shit.
Also, that was...
You did it. We did it.
Outfits? What do you mean outfits?
With the Bureau. Are you still sane?
Ah! I'll be right back. I realized I forgot to... nothing. Where am I going? What am I doing? I did that earlier today.
Please, talk to me.
No!
We saw you deal with the compromised agents.
Uh-huh.
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
How do they know that?
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this...
Hiss?
That works? Somehow the Hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The Hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the Hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the Hiss.
Oh.
Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together.
So...
Okay.
all those,
With
like,
me?
15
You did it
people
before.
that I killed.
Push the
like,
Hiss
like I
out.
killed. Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point in the blank arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. Yeah, well. These control points are discovered by blank detection of an unobstructed ping using the blank within a 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or blank or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that the control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidently inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the house building refuse to be whatever. Moved, altered, fixed. So I just don't have the gun anymore. I can't use my magical punchy.
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep.
Ooh. Hiss agent. The hiss manifests in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in the many corrupted agents floating around the Bureau. I murdered them all. The hiss agents have manipulated their human appearance undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. Not by order of me, by the way. These hiss have displayed no aggressive behavior. They only seem interested in vocalizing the strange incarnation and infinitum. Perhaps these vessels are only meant to propagate the hiss corruption like spores or Wi-Fi boosters. Or are they cocoons preparing to enter their next stage of evolution? When attacked hiss agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of resonant form? Research is ongoing.
Eep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Jesse, over here.
Shh! Woman!
To make a plan, Jesse.
Just like home base or something, this room. Oh. That's peculiar. Let me just keep this jukebox in here. I don't have a good feeling about it, so I'm gonna keep it here. Check around. Okay, well, let's go talk to the lady then. Where'd you? Gosh dang it! Where did you go, woman? Found you.
I can't cleanse them. I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
Hey, Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen. The Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up.
Your hometown is called Ordinary?
I've been looking for this place for a long time.
Of course it is.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected.
Excuse me, I'm the director.
He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench? The ghost, or whatever he is. He mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power,
Matrix.
like the gun. An old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the Hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know.
No.
Yes, I came for my brother, but
Well,
there
that-
are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now.
Ooh,
I didn't imagine this.
floating box.
I want to be a part of this world.
Oh.
What scares me shitless is that I finally found it.
Sucks you in.
Only to see the Hiss destroy it all.
Hello? Hello? Hello, hello? Answer the phone! Answer the fucking phone! Health recovery on element pickup or increased health. I don't care. Portrait of Dr. Zachariah Trench, the only person you should kill? Fail as I'm falling.
Look, I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know.
Alright, well, let's get the
hotline
questions
should
out
be
of
in
the way.
Communications department.
Where did the Hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the Hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal, then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The Hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the Hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the
room.
Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay.
Okay.
This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data.
Oh my word.
But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I need the gun to research it.
Here, take it.
You better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Don't. I don't want to.
Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the para-utilitarian sense.
Excuse
Got
me?
it?
Did she memorize this? Got it.
Para-utilitarian. Oh, damn well better believe I'm looking that word up. Para-utilitarian. Nope. I typed Papa utilitarian. Para-utilitarian. Oh, it's just utilitarianism. This is a family of consequentialist ethical theories that promotes actions that provide the happiness. Ultimately, happiness, basically.
So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
So are these
Just
all
let me know.
All the directors then? I guess that's me. And a lot of directors, all things considered. What? 14 now? In 50 some odd years? Is this the same, whatever? Ammo cost per shot minus 5%. Oh, 5%. Oh. Big spender. Huh. You opened the door for me, but I am not done looking. Meow. Meow. I don't even have clearance level 1! What? This is my favorite. I love this. No! Take away those powers from me. Didn't I come through here? I think I came through here. Something tells me the path of destruction shows that I have been here before. So what? I walk through here and it goes me out. Okay. Leave that as it is then. Anything over here? Aha, secrets. Bam! Loot crate. I mean, not loot crate, whatever. Loot box, box of loot. And microtransaction. EA, there you go. That's it's a lot of sticky notes you got there. Oh, I'm back here. Interesting. You'll never know what I just took care of. Actually, you might. But you won't, because no one's watching, so. Use the Force! No documents over there. Ooh. Hello. Hello. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any radio signal. Radio waves are the only transmittable signal. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house, and even those are often unreliable. If the power of collective unconscious is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technology are too new in the cultural blank for the oldest house to blank them. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving at too fast a pace for the blank to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Blank agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets while entering the oldest house. Well, you say it's the oldest house, and it's only been here since 1964. One of those years, I don't remember which one. No, thank you. Just one moment. I will be right back. to go. Back into the world of reading. I know you can't control building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. Worked my ass off in the Islamabad station for 3 years. I've earned the right to a nice workspace shitter. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. D. Rodriguez. I don't know where your shitter went, sir. Sorry. Lord, how big is this upstairs? Oh, well, this room was completely pointless. There's nothing in it. I am standing up right now, just because I figured there's a lot of reading up here. And I sit so far from the TV, and the writing is so tiny. There's nothing I need to worry about. I'm pretty sure there is, all things considered. Yes, we can leave. Ah!
There it is again. Our welcome message.
I guess I should look at this. More energy. Does that even mean? You have more energy! Great. I don't understand what that means. Oh, cord. Okay. Eat a little food. A broken chair! How do you lock off? Get out of my way. Why are you blocking my way? Ooh, fancy. Anything that doesn't move, I just don't trust. Sorry. It's just a force of habit. I will shoot dead bodies. Visit the following Nevada accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear Motel, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco Inn, A Plus Lodge. I don't speak Spanish. I just have an accent, I suppose. The boys in research that perform rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking these little whiskeys is my ritual. Oh, okay, whatever. I do wonder if a motel called the Ocean View is going to be found in a landlocked state, but hey, I guess I'm not paid to think that, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. Sounds like you're mad at each other. One of us is mad at the other. One of you would be mad. What is that noise?! know. That was a mistake and a half. Oh dear. I know. Hey! Hey! That out. Shadow projector. Ow. Woo, look at all the food. I love it. Bathroom. Unstable area notice. Due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, this area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Stable. Low possibility. High likelihood. Frequent. Great. Oh. Hiss barrier. The Hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. Two methods have been discovered for lowering them. Destroy the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. Destroy the Hiss entities in the area. The resonance fields seem to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of Hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of Hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the Hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the Hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? I don't know any of the answers to these questions. But it's interesting to pose yourself. For now. Ow! Moved the whole bench. Made it jump the wall. Whoop! I think it goes this way. I don't want to go that way. Havana summary. An auditory event occurred at the United States Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Blank deaths were reported, and the outgoing information has been managed. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported through federal channels, but were too late to witness the AWE, which is reported to have been blank. Staff experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for blank minutes. No visual phenomena was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off, and the embassy staff were transported to the continental U.S. After Formula L9 was recited in the vicinity, I-9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. My cowboy boot! Ah! Huh. That's not normal. I don't know! I just wanted to try. First time I've died. But does it really count? I say no. Oh, I'm all the way back here.
There it is again. A welcome message.
Looks like a face in the mummy.
Yes, it's overpowering here. You don't want me anywhere near it. With you on that.
There. Alright. Letters? What? Are we reading the letters of a person that's not alive anymore? Or are there dead alphabet letters on the floor and did Elmo drop them? I mean, we are in New York, so. Hello! No, I know. I had a dream, and I built the thing I saw in my dream, a machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anyone knows, a new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster and the fans, plus the timing belt for my car's engine and the wheels for my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. I think you went crazy. Watch this. Yep. Grenade! Ah! Are you twitching? Oh, poop. Okay, well now I've literally died. Or, whatever. I'm hungry. I just want to finish eating. Then I'll play proper. Oh, you stop!
There it is again. Our welcome message.
I don't understand why you wouldn't put me right here. Okay. Ooh. Okay, you dropped gas. That's good to know. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloging the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will provide an extremely handy database that research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Well, I've kind of destroyed a lot of that. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will allow us to preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. Oh my god, I'm sorry, excuse me. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realize not all letters contain accounts of general paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how the unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I will first compile a system to allow us to analyze the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. So thank you again. Can't wait to delve into my dead letters. Mine! They're mine, not yours. Mine. Hiya! Where are you? Okay, maybe. Why are you still up there? Sir? What's this?
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched 3 dozen pencils.
Wow!
And once, we even launched a cup.
Wow! A cup! Fantastic! I don't care. Also, yes, floppy disks were incredibly small. I remember. You put it in the game, probably. I would assume.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Let's not go upstairs until we're done with one level of the Okay, well, I'm gonna do a check anyway. Great, it just brings me back to the ground. That's fine. I'm just curious. Dead presidents. To whom it may concern, I am being contacted by past presidents of the United States of America. They appear as spirit guides giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix a mirror, but I can't really understand him. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix my lawnmower, and I don't know a thing about lawnmowers. Explain that. I have great dead men telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. Yep, he could, because back then Obama was a cunt. Just kidding. He's a good president. Just I'll pass. Can't even use that. What is this? It's the same thing. I'll just keep it anyway. I don't know what it's that or if it's something else, but if we get more stackables and use it, we can find out what it really does. Book Club Penny! Hello, avid readers. The Bureau Book Brunch... Bureau Book Brunch will convene at the usual spot in the corner table at the cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get their reviews to me by Monday before lunch so I can generate some conversation starters before the meeting. Happy reading! Penny Bartwell. Okay, Penny. Oh. Move!
Stepping to the FBC, that's how to do this, let's do me, but do don't dash, and no too much, let's join the Thresher Kings, let's join the Thresher Kings.
No! If I had that as a VCR tape, I would destroy it.
Hey, Meg, what's wrong? My mom's dead.
Oh my god!
I'm so sorry, Meg. What happened? I don't know. It blacked out. It's like the director says. Confidential and children don't start at sea.
your mama together.
Oh, no. Stop that now. Okay. Seagulls. Stop it now. Yeah. She got over her mom's death pretty quick. Pretty quick. Which is unusual considering your mom just fucking died. Now let's go upstairs. I mean, I'll never be able to look at it. Wait. Goodbye, toilet. Goodbye, pig. Goodbye, board. Hey, lady! 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 Oh. She's gone. Lady. Internet is not for social media use. No FBC materials may be scanned. Blah blah blah. Bye. Don't care about your rules. No cameras. Oh, but my mail's in there! Let me see my mail!
An object of power. Looks like the Hiss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
I mean, that's fine and all, but how you know how to do that is my question. You just, the first time you stuck your arm to the ground, you're just like, meh, I can do it. How did you know to do that? Samson. Book Hub, Notes for Penny by L. Sampson. I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, unless you could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around almost like a catchphrase got real annoying real fast. The best part was the story. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and guns, space hippies, or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade City Planet, I don't like this sentence there, and convert the entire population using those brainworms, and that space dogfight between those two ace pilots, sign me the fuck up. What kind of ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed, not even halfway through the story, by getting a battery cylinder launched to his face by a gravitational anomaly. His death didn't feel necessary at all. The book doesn't feel necessary at all. Oh good, there's a category for those puppets. That means we're gonna see more of them. Yay! So excited. Hello. Okay. This is right. We're all fine. Of course not. Well, that didn't go nearly as well as I was hoping she'd kind of leap for it, but guess not. Okay, wait. It's the floppy disk.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids and Bureau Seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings?
No, it's the Illuminati.
I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
No, but you clearly have an idea that you are. Hold on, 1 second. She even said herself, "This place is growing on me." Yeah, okay, so basically you're starting to become obsessed with the area as a whole, and you're going to become obsessed with power. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but you get what I'm saying. But if you're not realizing what's happening to you, do you even truly exist? Energy. Astral plane. Meow. Meow. I mean, I know I could just punch him, but this is... You gonna show me how to use it in combat? Please? I just want to throw it recently. Hiya! I don't hear any words.
You were gone.
Is that supposed to? Must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. I thought you said it wasn't the exact same one, but you lied. It is. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to telekinetically lift material and throw it a short distance. The object is currently bound for research purposes. Stolen from a Soviet military base located by agents and with the CIA. The diskette contained launch codes to ICBM missiles, believed to be reserved for use against the United States. After being returned to America, the diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. I thought that there was like a leveling up mechanic here, but maybe we'll get to that.
Cut off. I got it. Just like you.
Oh, what you doing up there? Like a little kid. Oh. I like it. I love it. Can I get in here now? Okay. What else is around here? There can't be no documents here. Haha, see? Table. Excuse me? Okay. Alright, I guess there were no documents here. I find unusual. Hiss Ranger. Rangers are the Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their Hiss corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. Hiss Rangers utilize these weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by the Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. Hiss Rangers have no observed supernatural abilities beyond some being protected by the shielding of defense Hiss resonance capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training that the Hiss Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, is it feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree? Or is the Hiss able to tap into this combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. Demolition expert. The Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives and dimensions with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. His demolition experts are the only observed Hiss variations to wield the specifically built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track blank entities once fired, making them a threat whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I find it remarkable that the Hiss restrict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who train specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. Yeah, I think Emily has some more questions to be answered. Or to answer. I also feel like this opened. And I can go get my mail now. It's too late. I already read my mail.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
If I just walk away, will it collect? Excuse me. I don't like that speaker voice. What if I run away? Tomassi Willow AWE outcome. National news sites have begun publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to speculate about AWEs. So another AWE behind us, so the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can't stop monitoring and for any off-message opinions, but it's off-message opinions, but it's looking like we're in the clear. Tomassi out! He's out! Piss off! You want to hear that? It is coming from there. Which is fantastic news for me, which means I can shut it off. Isn't that nice? Not having to hear that crap. Funny. Jeez. This place is just, huge. In my head, I don't like it. But that's blocked.
Maybe there's a key nearby.
Oh, if there's a key nearby, you know where I'm going first. Backwards. Clearance level 1.
This must open the door.
Thanks. What's this? Touch it. It's mine now. Bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom. Never mind, there's nothing here. Hiya! Hiya! Okay, we gotta check stuff first. I don't really want to drop it. I just want to, Ow! Bitch! I don't trust that sound.
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years. Who's staying up with us? Ghosts. We've had many callers over the years tell us of hauntings, voices, and other phantasmagorical phenomena. Today, friend of the show, Dr. Quincy.
Dr. Quincy Reagan?
Reagan tells his story. Quincy. Thanks. This is something I've experienced recently while staying at the Chili Pines Motel in Macon for last year's SuspiciaCon.
SuspiciaCon.
I was in room 47. The night manager, an avid listener of the program, insisted I take this particular room. Now, the manager explained that years back, the body of a man was discovered under the bed.
Oh.
Inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have. And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room.
Now,
I fell asleep.
Now, wait. Is that the same room that's in American Horror Story? Now, granted, I only saw the first, 7 minutes of each of the first episodes of each season, but I'm just saying, just something to...
Checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me. No chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room. Oh, there you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts taking many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you. America Overnight will be right back.
Damn. Oh, like I said, I'm checking everything first. Ooh! Pay attention, Alberta. This is the last time I'm explaining this. Internal lockdowns are manually triggered events that lock one or all of the sectors by restricting use of the sector elevator, effectively locking staff at their sector until the emergency is handled. They can only be lifted via the directional override and maintenance once the director is satisfied that the situation is under control. External lockdowns are a bigger deal. Nothing in or out of the whole building. It's only triggered by a code and containment breach based on some complicated system that security and research slapped together. It can only be lifted once the threat has been neutralized and a high clearance individual gives the system the all clear. This process is not the same as the directional override, so stop saying so in documentation. I know it's confusing as hell. I've told Darling 100 times to change it, but they're adamant in the same. It stays the way it is. Honestly, I don't think they even know how to change it at this point. Let's just make sure our staff understand how this mess all works, okay? Marshall! Ow, ow, okay, bye. Leave you alone. Oh! I shouldn't have come in here. But I did. First class Holman. Ow. Or Ranger first. Oh, either way, he's not here anymore. Does feel intentional that they're here. Data breach! Last month, our on-site server experienced an intrusion by unauthorized users. After a thorough investigation, it was confirmed that the users only accessed a video file which contained portions of various Dr. Darling presentations. Investigators were able to track the users through their IP addresses. The following are the confirmed identities. Patrick, blah, 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 blah. Very weird names. These individuals are in breach of Bureau Code 91 and have been placed under surveillance by our external investigation team. Further action is pending. Let's hunt them down and capture them, and then say, don't do that anymore, and then kill them. Wouldn't be surprised if that was the order of operations. Excuse me. Don't do that. And we'll teleport back to this control point later, but I want to investigate real quick. Havana supplement. Bureau medical staff personally evaluated the injured embassy personnel when they arrived back in the country. What is this trophy for? Oh, collect 40 individual. While the victims reported cognitive issues, dizziness and fatigue, further testing by Bureau medics found intense cell damage similar to that of radiation exposure. Agents and research staff remained to take soil samples from the surrounding area, but no trace event beyond the health issues of the staff. Communications department disseminated a story of foreign powers using on the embassy staff, resulting in various health issues that required the embassy to be evacuated. The story successfully took hold, getting brief international attention. Yeah. Ooh. Ow. My ankles. My legs and my ankles. My ankles. Oh. Hey, you don't want me to leave yet, do you? Alright. Like it or not. Clearance level 2. You could find all the speakers in this area and just shoot them all. Just shoot them all. Pretty sure that's better. Hee Zipper in here. Hey, yo, bitch, tell me more stuff.
The hotline should be in the communications department.
That's nice, but I've encountered? Okay.
Thanks,
well,
Emily.
Yeah,
I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Yeah,
Just let me know.
You know, don't tell me about these advanced HISS forms that maybe, you know, I didn't read the document on. I did, but if I didn't... Or how about this new, or how about this object that I picked up? Ask a question about that. I don't know. These seem like very important things to be bringing up to someone who's higher in, you know, mental command than you. She knows more than you do about the situation. It seems logical that you would ask her questions about the situation that you were experiencing. But no, you just... concerning. I feel like that's not a good thing. Agent, death notification. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Potts, I regret to inform you that your son, Graham Potts, was killed in active duty the past week. While the details surrounding his death are classified, I'm honored to tell you that he died in the service of the country. You can be proud of his courage in the face of danger and his commitment to protecting our nation against our enemies. He will be remembered by his comrades and colleagues. I sincerely regret the pain this message will bring. Take some solace in knowing that his sacrifice helped protect the country he loved so much. His effects will be returned to you with all speed. Sincerely yours, blah. Blah. That's my name. Blah. Oh, good. Ammo cost, accuracy, energy gained from headshots. Well, I like this one. I like it. And what about here? Launch, energy cost, energy recovery speed. Ugh. You know. Can I just have like infinite slots? Just put them all on at the same time? Just, you know. What's over here? Oh, right. Stop.
Reminder,
oh, right.
If you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow
Apparently this building has been shifting and fixing the damage that I have caused. Bothers me just slightly. God! Big fat phony. I'm a phony. Big fat phony. Alright. Yes! Let us tape a classified document to the window. And keep your door wide open. Just saying. I feel like that's not the smartest thing to do. I mean, you do whatever you want, but... Objects of power are unique in their capacity to grant certain individuals paranatural abilities. We call these individuals para-utilitarians. Finally, it took you long enough to explain that. The potency of these abilities depends on the para-utilitarian. Using the object of power as an example, some para-utilitarians can achieve a throw distance of, while others are only capable of as little as... What exactly determines an individual's paranatural competence is unknown, but it's always believed that some exists within the body and that, like all muscles, it can be exercised. To continue my analysis, I have officially requested access to the Northmore records, considering he is one of the most accomplished para-utilitarians the Bureau has ever seen. Dr. Darling is still considering this request. Not surprised. Doesn't sound like he... I mean... Should rephrase that. Seems like the company itself is very... tight. He says there's papers on the floor, but I believe that is besides the point. Oh, can I read those now? Clearance level. Conceptual material of undefined. Oh, I don't know what I do with those. Maybe I find some kind of crafting table or something. I don't know. Oh. Right, time to go back to the mail room. Time to go back to the mail room. Excuse me. Hell out. God, it's just so cool looking. Okay. Right, bitch. Ah! Didn't expect them to be there. Didn't expect you to be here either. We're in the wrong one. Sniper. Battlefield in here. Hello. Whew. It would have been bad if I died. I would have been mad at myself. But still. Mail room. Mail room. to go to the mail room. I heard that. Don't think I can hear that. Hey, now, what's in here? I have to pee, and that's a perfect image to hold that on. Hold on. Okay, so here we are, back again. Let's find out what this baby is. Yeah!
They can fly now. Great.
It's the guy! It's Tomasi! Tomasi out! That's terrific. Hey! Hey! Ah! Bitch. Come on. That did no good in the end. Yeah, that's about what I expected to have happen. Oh. Tomasi out. If Tomasi has been controlled. Aha! It's the game title. Tomasi out. Happiness, bam, bam, bam. I don't know. Health. Yeah. Health recovery. Energy. Energy recovery speed. Launch energy cost. Ammo per slot. Energy gain from headshots. Considering that's not really what we're doing, I don't think it really helps. Closer to you. Ow! Okay. Well, I blew myself up. Kablamo! It just went to swoosh. Wah! It's like a big old red Rorschach test. Oh. Do I not have enough space to download the update? Phone, please. Fine. I will delete Mario Kart. No, don't do it. Yeah, well, too late. Now we have to run all the way back. I guess this is random then. Which is fine. Oh, 8,000. I lost all the ones from the big battle a little while ago. That's a bunch of bull hockey. That was the weirdest sound I've ever heard. You know what I don't trust right now? This. Oh, that's not it. Well, that. Don't trust that. Don't trust myself with it.
They can fly now. Great.
do you mean you're not dead? That's oh, he's in the way. Tomasi said.
I have a...
His elevated agents display abilities similar to telekinetic competencies observed in Bureau para-utilitarians. Some prefer to charge the targets while others launch objects at them. Telekinetic attacks have been ineffective against the Hiss elevated due to their own talent in the area. They do not use any weaponry except their own paranatural capability. Some Hiss elevated have been seen levitating while strapped into chairs. This is likely the result of individuals being corrupted while undergoing cognitive recording in parapsychology. Yeah. How are they able to use paranatural abilities? Is it possible that these individuals were bound to objects of power prior to corruption? It's also worth considering that the Hiss residents can identify and express latent paranatural ability in the individuals it corrupts. Great. So it knows.
Feeling he'll be back.
Yeah, well, you didn't kill him, so yes.
Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
I don't know what to say. Aha! Boom. Boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. Seems to be. There's nothing in this room. Boom, boom, boom. Huh. Well, except for the one thing that I got after fighting the guy. Butte summary. A spat of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch cord. Why? Bureau agents arrived at the home of a local celebrity located at which had been connected to a total of disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching a closet, agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house days later, found in a sealed room by rangers exploring a new area in the house. The light switch cord in the Butte home's closet disappeared during this incident. So you couldn't capture it? I'm sure if you just cut it from the ceiling that it would keep it. No, it wouldn't. So don't be stupid. Stupids. Don't be stupid.
Alright, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery.
Oh, that's a James
Of course,
Bond
the event
reference.
also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an alternate item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
I think he was supposed to stop recording. Flash on code. Fucking joke.
Alberto Tomasi.
Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign, perfectly executed. Seems to be so. Just 1 second. Easy game.
Head of comms. The hiss got him.
Yeah, sure did. And then he went up there. I can't look straight up for some reason. And I don't know which way. Ow.
The hotline can't be far now.
I mean, you say that, but you don't really know. I guess. Hello. No corner left unturned. Butte supplement. According to their testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel named the Ocean View Motel and Casino. Of course it was. Discovered a room team performing a ritual. See the other file. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black pyramid, which they only learned after a lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside the room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearance of the home's owner and the other locals at the Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Ocean View Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in the Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, blank light cords have been found in the oldest house, located in the end sectors. These all access the Ocean View Motel, though how exactly this link operates is but initial hypothesis center on the Butte AWE as A. Unfortunate that we don't know that last word. Turns. Custodian. 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 Carol? Who are you? Why are you a different custodian? Huh? And right after. That's suspicious.
Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream Lodge.
Oh, God. Well. Part of me thinks I deserve that. The other part of me is wondering why I ran face first into an open pit. Why am I all the way back here? Up there. Thanks for reminding me. That then. Did this count? Yeah, it did. And also ring ring.
Ocean View Motel and Casino. Dream Logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with a black pyramid.
Yes, I read the file. Did you not read the file? Were you just skimming through it?
Have we been here before?
Wait a minute.
No.
I didn't mean to keep just clicking it.
Motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Well, lady, I have a feeling that you're going to be thinking that for a long time. Like a long time. And that this isn't the first time you're going to experience this feeling either. But it's marked with a black pyramid. It's marked with a thingy. It's marked with another thingy. My ear.
Hello? Anyone here?
Oh, I love that. It's trippy and I love it. Hold on just a second. I love this. It was great.
The key has a black pyramid on it.
Yes. Did you not read the case files? I made a conscious effort from the very beginning to read the case files. Ooh, oh look, I'm in the picture! Do it again. Mm-hmm. my phone. I'm bleeding out of my eyes. Collective.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions to...
Just...
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen.
Hello! Hello! This is
Ring, ring. It's Dr. Darling calling.
ring, ring.
In 1978, a comms department intern heard the hotline ring and picked it up, going against every safety protocol in the manual. She never recovered. And the handful of witnesses required extensive memory repression therapy. It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
No!
Our very own Ouija board.
No!
Only the director can answer it safely, and what he hears is kept classified.
Not for long. Okay, more reading. Object should be inaccessible for use except for the director. Object is a 1960s era red bakelite telephone. The rotary dial has been replaced with a black knob of unknown purpose. The phone weighs blank. The object allows the director to communicate with the blank. If used by the board, if used by anyone other than the director, the lethal blank. The object is currently bound to Director Trench. The object spontaneously manifested in the director's office, placed on the disk. Director Northmore was the first known Bureau agent to use it. A battery of tests were run on the object, including blank and blank, but its origin remains unknown. Hey, tell me stuff.
It took us a long time to learn how to stabilize the control points, the ley lines, the meridians of the oldest house. Darling found a way to soothe this beast. We discovered we must cleanse control points of all interference. It's my duty as the director, like Northmore before me. I couldn't manage it in my own house, at my home. I'll damn well do it here. Without the control points, the oldest house would swallow us alive. We'd be sealed inside an endless labyrinth, and no one would hear our screams. If an enemy ever managed to corrupt the control points, it'd be over fast, spreading like a cancer, leaping over the fire breaks like a crown of fire. They are the weak point. Darling's right about that. He's wrong about everything else. Dangerously wrong. Suspiciously wrong. Has he been compromised? I can hear the hotline ringing in my dreams, constantly ringing. Ringing so loud I can't hear the voice I'm straining to understand. Why don't I pick up? It's a secure line of communication with the board. They would tell me what I need to know. Do I fear their answers? Would they have warned me of this threat? I didn't see it coming. The traitor in our midst. A conspiracy plotted right behind me.
Who?
I can't trust anyone. I must assume all my intel has been manipulated. The hotline is the only channel I can trust. Bind it. Control it. The rule and the ritual with objects of power. It can't be tampered with. The lifeline to the astral plane and the board. I must seek guidance. Soon. I'll rest first. I'm so tired. Always tired now. But I must reach the hotline. I think I'm under attack. An attack of dementia, exhaustion. It's a rain cloud making me forget. The hotline. I must reach the hotline.
That dimension needs to be cured right now. Real life.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. They have proven themselves. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. So I followed my own orders. Northmore hated my guts for that. But things change when you become director. You suddenly see this dark void for the horror show it truly is, filled with screaming fear we pretend to control. Sand leaks through my fingers. The roses I pruned in the garden back when I still had a family, all dead. Heat escapes my body. My thoughts are scattered. The universe keeps expanding. I can't keep up with it alone. When I forget that, things go wrong. And my team has to pick up the pieces. Damage control. To help me get out of my mess.
Sounds like you should be more careful.
Something's coming. The whispers growing louder. The worst winter storm in Bureau history. Retribution for my sins. Our sins. This threat could destroy the Bureau. Everything I've built. Destroy me. A web spun, turning this place against me. I catch glimpses of it in the corner of my eye. It's just out of reach. Elusive. It's clever. A perverse game of hide and seek. Is this part of an attack? Obfuscating the facts. Dimming my eyes. It's hard to tell. I need answers. I haven't heard back from Darling. I fear for my friend, my closest ally. I think we made a terrible mistake all those years ago. That thing he studies is putting us all in danger. It's my duty as director to keep the Bureau safe. It'll be difficult. What's done can't be undone. There's no easy fix. Magical thinking is a requirement for survival. Pain and suffering are mandatory. To change things, you have to break yourself. I don't know if I have the strength.
Break or
I'm
bend?
old and weak. I'm afraid. I can see my hands trembling. I'm losing control.
And him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily. People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
I don't know. Okay, so I was about to say this earlier, but if I die, I'm going to sleep. I'm exhausted. And, oh, not really a big day, just I don't want to go to bed. You know how it be. I'm going to sleep, so I'll catch you guys later. Have a nice rest of your evening, or morning, or whatever. No one's watching this, who cares? Good night!